Guys, you can put in your questions so before he even starts talking. Yo, 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 yeah. How do I do the clap? Yeah. Yeah.
I forgive. Oh, God.
Guys, thank you so much for joining. Our boss is here,
You know what I was thinking? To get a lot of people, why don't I also go live so that we can come together?
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Do that. Yeah, so we join together, right?
We join.
So you have to go live, then I invite you as a co-host or something.
Okay. Cool.
I think that's what is happening at the moment. Can you see your followers? Yeah, I think so.
Really? Okay, it's fine. Anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, yeah. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. That's Jloopz, David Jloopz. Yeah, that's what we know. But he's going to tell us much about himself, and we'll delve into a lot. So, guys, welcome, Jloopz. I can see Charles already here. Charles, better.
Yes, I invited him.
Oh, thanks for joining, Charles. Good to see you here. We'll be inviting you soon. So, Jloopz, just tell us a bit, just brief about yourself, so we get started. Yeah, just a bit about yourself. A lot of people know you, but at least just to give them.
Okay, so he's still a young man who loves God and was born some few years ago in Ghana, in the Greater Accra region. And as soon as I was born, I was lucky to be born into a music family. So my dad is like partially like I'm living my dad's dream in everything I'm doing. Like he was a music director before he became a pastor. So I saw everything he did, preparing for choir rehearsal, preparing for anything music. So my dad is a guitarist. My mom was a singer. My auntie was the pianist. My uncle was a bass guitarist. So I grew up.
It's a home of music.
Yeah, I grew up in the midst of these people. Like anytime they're practicing for church, I'll be there. So I just realized that there was one day when I just made a statement like, Dad, I think this is wrong. And everybody was like, I was like 3 years, they told me, and everybody was
You're
like,
going wayward.
Who's this guy? Like, he's the guy who's trying to change the narrative of already. And yeah, that's where so I was very fortunate enough to have parents who just didn't probably just wanted me to be another version of them, but just wanted to feed on the giftings God has given me. So they just took me straight to a music university.
Wow.
University.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was it for me. Like, so I went to Winneba. That's where I realized that everything I knew, I was let me say I was self-taught. Okay. There was nothing, I didn't have any, yeah, from the beginning. I didn't have anybody to I was in some, like the smallest part of Adabraka, which piano teacher will find you. So they just got me I think PSR 1 or something, and a lot of music. So you always come and meet me with my ears on a speaker, just trying to identify what the pianist is playing. Yeah. So when I got to Winneba, I thought I hadn't met anybody like me. I thought I was the best amongst the best. So I met a lot of people. I was like, what? I wasn't even starting. So that's where the love came. I met Philip Aqua. Philip Aqua was my classmate.
Wow.
A lot of the guys, like I met them and collaborations. I became the mass choir music director, AGC music director.
Started for long.
Music director. Every church was me because I just loved. Yeah, and that was not just keyboard. I just loved harmonies. I just loved choral music. So from there, So I got a degree in music, left, and what can you do in music then? Nothing, unless you church or probably teaching in a school.
Wow.
But favor found me, and I found myself in the bank.
How do you find yourself in the bank as a musician?
Let me just play a little scenario on how I even got myself in the bank. So my mom was like, she didn't like, and those times that's when I met the Sanas and all of them. Like, they were all like, they had gone to school to do proper courses, not music. That's what I was thinking then. So anytime we were going for like job search, I would not have anything to do because what am I going to find with music? So I was just at home trying to, and my mom was like, "Oh, there's this bank that is interviewing people." I was like, "So," she's like, "Oh, I should go and try." I was like, "Charlie, she should stop playing. This is time for games." Then I was like, okay, let me just make my mom happy. So I went. I remember I was at Achimota, and it was Merchant Bank. Yes, I remember clearly. I get into this room, and there are over 500 people. I don't know anybody. So we had the first one, the aptitude test. Yeah.
Hi, Letitia. Thanks for joining.
English. Hey, Letitia, I see you. Sandra! Yeah, English, maths, and I passed. But the interview. So everybody's going. Like, they spend like 15 minutes, they come out, some look worried, some look happy, and it was my turn. I was like, okay. So I get in, and everybody's laughing, like, oh, this is the guy who has the guts to appear to apply for a bank job. And I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be fitting. Like, I'm like, what? Like, oh, they started asking me music questions. Can you imagine? And they were laughing now. And then that was the same year legend Neo Kain had also left the bank to do full-time music.
Wow.
So they were using him as a reference to me. Like, if Minister Nyoka has even left to do music, why won't I just stick in the music? And Mr. Nyoka was also a banker. And so that day, I remember I was a member of Action Chapel at Denta, and I was at Mota, and it was a Saturday. I had to go for rehearsal. I cried in the trotro that Nate didn't take money from me. Like, I was so worried. I was like, I called my mom. I was so angry, and I got to church. Like, that rehearsal was one of the worst rehearsals. I felt like God was doing something. A month away, I get a call. I had a landline, and I got a call, and someone was like, "Hello, this is someone from Merchant Bank, and you've been shortlisted for a job." I was like, you know how me and Sana, we can joke. Like, I was like, so I wasn't happy. I thought it was one of those
jokes.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. I just hung up. And I was like, Sanapa, how can you joke like this? Like, this early morning, what kind of... But knowing Sana, he would call back and laugh like, there was no call coming. Then I called Sana. I was like, Sana, but how can you joke about something like sensitive as a job? I was like, I just woke up, like, I didn't call. I said, what? Wait, I'll call you back. And I read down that number, and he went to, hello, this mentioned, oh my God, that day. They said, can you come for your letter now? And it was, I was in Adorakat, the headquarters was in Accra. It will take me some time because of traffic. You know, the traffic on the road. Listen, guys, I think I didn't even bow that day. Put on something. I didn't even want it to be the next day to sleep and anything coming up as a dream. So I ran. Hey, when I got to the security, I was sweating. But that's all to say. Yes, that's when I got the job in the bank. Respect, like that miracle was like nobody saw it coming. I worked in the bank for 8 years. And
8 years?
Yes.
That's serious.
I resigned. Who
Come
does
back to
that?
it.
Who
Come
lives?
back to you resigning, but how was it like combining music and banking? How were you doing it?
Well,
And how was your early days of music like
I
combining
was
that?
okay. My early days of music was quite easy. You know, we didn't have this kind of atmosphere where there were programs every week. There was nothing. It was probably Joyful Way, Stewards of I
Impact.
don't know if it was an Impact Project. That was it. Yeah. So I joined Impact when I was in Winnipeg.
Wow.
Anthony, one of my friends, he was my
Yeah.
junior. I was like, he showed me a video of a group rehearsing. He had Osei, he had Jebi,
Stars.
and I hadn't seen anything like that in my life. Like the video was so, I was like, are they Ghanaians? Like, oh yeah, they're in Adenta. I was like, Adenta.
Yes.
Listen,
Rich Junction.
the first day I went to Impact, I was in school. I left Winneba.
Wow.
Went all the way to Adenta to just watch. Listen, I sat and watched Impact for like 3 months. Nobody knew who I was. I'll just go back and just be. It was so refreshing every time watching Jebi Jokoto. I can confidently say he really changed my mindset in music. Like it was crazy. So that's when I joined Impact fresh. I was now. You know how I even played for Impact. So there was a day, Jebi had a vocal rehearsal in his house, and I just went to the rehearsal with Antonio. So I was just there. I was watching. I was idolizing them. Like it was crazy idolization. So they left. They went on a break. Okay, they went on a break. So as soon as they left, I was like, "Oh, let me go and." The keyboard was just there. I said, "Oh, let me go and try my hands on the keyboard."
Feel it.
But you know, I was playing and you could feel like the room was heavy. I was like, "Ah, but there's nobody here." No, no. There were people peeping and just goes, "Hey, so you can
Oh
play."
yes. Those days we used to come and peep. To the
I said
rehearsal.
the next day I was playing with my first gig. I remember I was at Nigerian church at the trade fair and I went and that was him. That was like that so I played from Evolution 2.
Wow.
They gave me and Evolution 3 is when I became Jloopz. That's when that's when the Jloopz me. But we'll come to that. I mean
Wow.
it's so I joined Impact. So music was I thought I was in a safe spot because I was just alone with my PSR1 and I was playing all the classical things because started sight reading and things. So I thought I was like till I went to Winneba, met all the Philip Aquas and the other guys, and I was like, oh no. So it changed my mindset. I remember going back home and saying that no, I wasn't going to go back to school the same. I didn't eat. I didn't do anything. I raised my game, and everybody like was impressed at the new David. So music was at a point where it wasn't exploited. Now, where we have a lot of bands, we have a lot of talent. There was nothing to play for. It was just your local church and being in your space. There was no social media wasn't even there. I mean, it was later on Facebook came from nowhere, but there was nothing. So the only thing how you could learn was video, the VCRs and the cassettes.
1% has it. It doesn't want to
And
release it.
that's where Walkmans and things became. If you had the Walkman, then oh my God, you're very rich and from a very good place. Like you can bully away. Every time I was wearing headphones, you know those circle headphones. Every time one will not work. So that was life. So I can say that we really were pursuing knowledge. Okay, because I could go all the way to Sandra's house just to watch a video. There's nothing like social media to share. Like, hey, Sandra, I have a video. Can you airdrop or no? There's nothing like that. So so it was a privilege to find knowledge. So knowledge was scarce, but we're pursuing it. So basically, that's how I joined Impact.
So the doing the two, the banking and the how was it conflicting at a point?
Yes, that's why I left after 8 years because it was very frustrating at a point. I mean, I feel like that's when we formed the PO crew with, yes. So I felt like, and that's when I'd also joined the beginning part of Jloopz's ministry. Yeah. So I felt like after work, I was mostly tired. I get home and I'm like, oh, I want to rehearse. I want to practice. Then something I just sleep. And the next day, so I was postponing my development. So I realized that I was being a dead weight in the lives of these people, the various bands like the PL crew and the Jloopz and the rest. Yeah, because that was the whole nature of the PL crew, was to be a band for all the ministers, because the ministers didn't have anything like bands.
Yeah.
They just go, and the PL crew is like they're playing for 1,000 ministers. They're playing for everybody. Like, yes, there was nothing like everybody having their own individual band. So it was frustrating. Like, I come to work, so I'm thinking from the 6-7 year, because I was always at work with headphones. Who does that? How do I concentrate? How do I balance my books? This is the bank. This is people's money. I can't be joking with it. So it was pressure. Like, at a point, I had to sacrifice the, young man. I had my own car. I had money every month. Yeah, I was living my life, but I had to sacrifice that for that inner test. That was the music. So for me to leave the bank was crazy. Like, it's a decision. It was a suicidal decision. Like, if you tried, you break your neck.
Not to cut you, but let me ask you a question into that. Were you making money then from music?
Listen, the you are even playing for wasn't even getting money. Then how much money where are you going to get the money?
So why with all the money you're making decide that you want to enter into music full time?
You see, that is a very good question. I've never been sat down to analyze it, but the test, there's something I feel it's psychological. Now we are in a dispensation where we have everything readily available, so people don't cherish its worth. But those days, to even buy an instrument was a privilege. To even have the opportunity to display your talent was a privilege. Like, where would you do it? Okay, I have the instrument. Hooray! What's next? Because
how do you get the videos?
There was no and like nothing. But you see, I feel like when I was with Sana in that room where we're talking about how, and it was that great that to an extent that, listen, the impact, they were not paying us. Nobody paid. I remember we were following Jloopz to Abetifi. Some please me. That was the first time I went there, and the last time I haven't been there in my life. And we'll finish Jloopz, we'll be like, oh, God bless you guys. We'll meet again. But you see, there was this test, like when we're talking, when we formed Pioku, it was all about how do we help this? How do we help this? This wanted. I still don't know what was motivating us, because clearly there was nothing. There was nothing, Mark. There was nothing. Like,
wow.
We would pick our own car. I was fortunate, Sana had his Astra, so petrol, but still we're paying for our own petrol, doing stuff. Like, there was nothing, but there was this test. There was something we were looking for to help the fraternity, and let's say if it's now, I won't do it. Trust me, because
why would you do it now?
Yeah, because I don't know. A lot of things have changed, but I still like ask myself why. Like, I won't do it now.
Would you say maybe now they have
come to the
everything?
reason why I won't do it now, because you're going to talk about all these powerful things. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But then it was from a very good heart, and it was the heart, like, and that's what I realized, that when it's purely centered on making something work, it works. And to make it in life, you also have to be a solution to problems. So we were solutions to people, because people didn't have money. So they turn and they're like, oh. But working in a bank with that was crazy, because I couldn't concentrate. I'll be at the bank learning a song Fifi 14 has for ministers, new upcoming ministers. Like, and that gig is like 60 ministers. Everybody's doing like 3 songs. So we are doing like over 50. You can imagine. It was, yeah, the accommodation, but the test was there. We're just doing it out of the love to just help people. Yeah.
Okay. From the look of things, you had a lot of teamwork with groups and very good friends who helped you out throughout the journey. But I want to ask, were you struggling at a point with, let's say, your mental health, or were you having very difficult moments where you could not even share with people? Then,
Hey, the mental health. That is, you see, the enthusiasm was too high that whatever you do to me, I don't really care because I was where we didn't know what we were doing, but the result was coming. Because so I remember like we're just doing things for like Jometo, Namesi, Jeshron, everybody, and nobody knew what was going to happen, so nobody could criticize. Like it was just young people who just loved God and just wanted to put up programs and just glorify God. And it was new. People, the only thing that was happening was like Joyful or something that it was once every year. Like there was nothing happening. Listen, now you can open every weekend, open Facebook, open Instagram. You won't get less than 3-5 programs. Listen, there was nothing. When I say there was nothing, the F was void and there was nothing. So to even have a rehearsal to go and watch or go to was a privilege. That's how come you guys come to for Impact and enjoy and not. Will you do it now? No, it doesn't make sense. There's a lot of rehearsal. Nobody cares about anybody's rehearsal now. They just care about what the output, what's going to happen that day. Yes, but it was a privilege. Like you were hungry. Listen, it got to a time every Friday we wanted to go somewhere for an all-night or something. If I slept on a Friday, I would wake up on a Saturday feeling like I didn't achieve my aim. So there was nothing to bother me because we had I don't know, it was just different from now. It's different. So like mental health, I never experienced anything. I was just probably personality wise, I was reserved and very shy.
Yeah. Still shy.
No, now it's you are telling me. I was very shy that it was very concerning for my parents that they took me to a counselor to work on me. And the counselor, and when I came out of that therapy session, I was worse than, I was opposite what I went. That's when that was the Jloopz era. So I transformed from somebody who was shy of cameras, shy of, I don't even play. I remember in school, I was representing Osu Clothing District in music. It was my time to answer questions. I was shake. I know the answer, but I was shake till the time is over. And that was the level of my shyness. And for me to be able to do this, stand on big stages, talk on platforms, it's still something like my parents look at, hey!
A lot of people don't believe that people in the creative space, like we have that shyness. When I tell people I'm shy, I'm joking. So they don't believe that side of it. But
no, I feel like we have wow personalities. Like there's still my reserved and shy part, but when it comes to the act, the game, the music, like we put it down and we expose the other parts, and that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
All right, guys, please share in your questions or anything you want to ask. We will receive them. I see a lot of people typing stuff. Dr. Josh says, "Oh yes, I remember leaving Makati Hill to Adabraka just to see Jloopz rehearse."
Oh my God, Joshua!
Okay. Then to WAS for Impact all night rehearsals. Wow, you have been there too. Yeah. Okay, Jloopz. At a point in time, you were getting out of a whole lot of groups. At a point, we realized that PL is playing. Jloopz is not there. Now he's going to form a different group. From there, we've seen that Jloopz have turned into a choir director full time. Like he's not playing much of the gigs.
But you like violence.
He
You like
relocated. No, even before relocating, now he entered into another business. Charlie, big business. Then we realized that Jloopz, he jackpot. Now he's entering into another thing. Like, what has it been like from groups to group, like transitioning? Why they need?
So PL crew, the PL crew was a beef. Like if it's now, it would be a beef. Shatawali against Stoneboy. Yeah, it was me and Sana. Yeah, you know where then we felt were the most powerful people. That just obviously like yeah, like we've achieved a lot. We put up a world class a group like PL crew that was all over. Like you wouldn't find no minister at the group, of course. Yeah, so I feel like because of the bank, like I was very rusty, and I was a dead weight in the group. And I'm being real here because what was the time to practice? They had all the time, like Sana, Hudson, Oreku. Like, yeah, this is what they do. And I wanted to do it, but I was cutting corners. By being from bank, trying to get money. Yeah, it didn't make sense. So I felt like my presence was frustrating. Yeah. But you know, Ghanaians, we hide, we are not open, we don't communicate clearly. And it became hearsay, then yeah, somebody wakes up, does this, truth comes from tomorrow, you are out of the group, and like it was crazy. But you know, I've always wanted to, because I loved the whole concept of a joyous celebration with a lot of singers. So I'd always discussing them. The first day I formed Overflow, the Pure Crew, they were there. They even wanted to be the band to play for Pure Crew, actually. But so that's what brought the whole thing. Like people didn't understand. You are here now. You want to form this. Yeah. So that was the beef. Like it was really powerful. Like a beef where Sana had these people, I had my people. Like were always like, yeah. I wish it could happen again though. Last time I told me like, let's do something. Like let's do something. It's too boring. It's too boring. Yeah.
That's the space is boring a bit.
That's just the for a lighter right. Yeah. So and it's you see you can I don't believe in staying somewhere forever. Like we evolve as human beings. Like you contribute what you have to do when it's time and you feel that it's time. But just on one clear note, don't bang the door when you leave because you don't know when you need those people, and it's a collective win for us as Christians. So yeah, so I definitely didn't bang the door, even though it had signs of that, because we met on different stages. Like even though we had our thing, we're now playing together for a few sports and and now because they didn't really have singers, so like Pure Crew will be like the band that will be like the singers. Yeah, so that was it.
I'm just wondering how you guys are managing that.
Yeah. It was purely work. At the point, it was Sana was like just a work me. Like Charlie, we do the that's where it ends. I take my people, he takes his people. Yeah, so but it worked because I'm a very resolute person. Like if I want to do something, I'll do it.
Wow.
No matter what. And I love adventure. I love to try things nobody loves to do. Like so when we get to all the facets of the things I've tried, you notice that then it didn't make sense. Like nobody was doing it. Why would you try to do something like mashups with Jloopz?
What kind of gift is that?
It's a gift of being an Nkrumah, trying to find independence for every category you find yourself. Like you always want to win for people. I think that. So recently I've been asking God, like, okay, so I find people, groom them, train them, and people come for them. Like, what's the sense in it? Like, but I I came to understand that there are people in the vineyard whose work is just to just plant and just go and just, yeah, like a John the Baptist, for Jesus to just come take over. So that is my job. That has been my job ever since. Like, I create, I bring inspirations. I always say, like, listen, when it comes to podcasts, we started doing podcasts years ago, and you know, like,
DJ Live.
listen. We just, listen.
Actually, I started doing this because I also had to look through, and I was like, "There's nobody doing it here anymore."
Exactly.
Like, it was Sana doing bass clinic. Like, now it's not there. DJ Live, you have to know what's going on in the music space.
Mentioning his name is Sana is one resolute. Like, I had to learn all these things are like breadcrumbs from things I learned from Sana. Listen, if Sana says you do something, he just doesn't do it. He does it with such excellence, quality, like, and he delivers. And I'm like, yeah. So I think I learned a lot from him, because coming from a very reserved, shy background, there's no way I was going to do that. I would be like following people. But for me to say, I want to put up my own group, I want to do this for myself, no. That's another level of being daring, like, which I never was. So Sana would put up singles and even put up a billboard. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, for somebody behind the scenes, like an accompaniment, personality to do that is crazy. Yeah.
I think now most of us behind the scenes are coming in front. And one of the things I realized is that a lot of people are getting endorsements now, which you also have. Can you throw some light on that? How did you get this endorsement, and how do you encourage somebody to get an endorsement? How do you get it too?
If I tell you how I got the Nord endorsement, listen.
Guys, he's a Nord artist.
You don't have to
artist.
Using me as a preamble right now, then you don't even have to. I didn't even have the instrument. That's what people don't even know. Or the, hey, Nord artists, hey, before I was signed up, like doing seminars and things, I didn't even have the instruments.
Wow.
I remember the first time I was going to do a Nord workshop, everything I was learning was reading manuals, watching YouTube videos.
Wow.
So before that day, that's when Virtual Sound gave me the instrument as a physical. That was the first day I was like, oh, okay, so all the things I learned, this is where you are. A day before the workshop.
Wow. That's
so listen, if you, that's why people who are just there waiting for the opportunity to come their way, they'll never get the opportunity. If you are there wishing that, oh, God is going to bring somebody, or you are a singer watching me right now, and you feel like God is going to bring somebody to come and train you or push you the next, with you in your comfort, sitting in your sofa, and where God will listen, you'll be there for life. If you are a musician, whatever you do, you need to get up and make a conscious effort to, because there was nothing. So when I did the first workshop, they took back the keyboard. That's what people don't know. They took back the keyboard, went back to zero, but I did another one.
Wow.
And I did the third one. Then I was there one day and I was posting things. People thought I had the keyboard. No, I didn't. Now they'll call it settings. I don't care. But at the end of the day,
we don't care.
This was proper settings. I was magnifying and promoting a brand. I wanted to be part of it, so I need to push. I need to do that on Shisha. You get it? So exactly. I was there on Instagram. The Nord page sent me a message. Oh, we've been seeing what you've been doing. Can you send your bio right now? So we put you on our website and talk to your retail shop, which is Virtual Sounds, to also give you one of the instruments. I was like,
that's huge.
Wait a minute. I know that it was around COVID time. I remember it was after COVID or something. Straight. They put me in. Listen, there was no chat, whatever to do. I put up the thing myself, wrote a bio, sent them my pictures. In 5 minutes, I was on their website.
Wow.
The next day, Virtual Sound gave me the piano, the keyboard.
That's so fast.
That
no interview.
What interview? They just
Wow.
and that like they just saw the passion, they saw everything. They knew. They asked me, "Do you have the issue?" I said, "No." They were like, "What? So how come? How are you? You know, Nord is a little complicated. Fair side.
Yes.
I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of, and for me to teach with that kind of dexterity and everything, it was so. re- Yeah. So that's how I got it. Bishop.
Wow. Hi, Bishop.
Listen, I knew
Hi.
Bishop when he was a baby, guys. I'm so privileged of knowing all.
Bishop is also on the nod,
Yeah,
and
yes, of course.
he's one guy I
Yeah,
always
I
listen to
remember when I
whenever.
was doing my Noddy show, I put it on. It's
Shout
on
outs to
YouTube.
Bishop.
Go and watch Bishop on the Noddy show. He'll blow your mind.
I've watched all
Yeah,
everything nod.
that was a
I've
show
watched
I
all.
was going to start and COVID just hit, and I just stopped. Like, yeah,
Wow, wow. Nod is one keyboard like it's very nice. When you touch it, you go fill up. So Ali, let's give them shout outs.
yeah. Yes.
And it got to a point now you transition from music to something really big. Now Jloopz, you watch his stats and he's not even posting about any gig. He doesn't even care whether the gig comes. Now he's into real estate and he's moving all about, like showing us very huge buildings and very nice buildings. Like, how
Listen,
did you get into that, and how has it been compared to
listen.
music?
To accumulate your music life
Hmm.
and to and today I'm going to say very hard things. Forgive me. I'm not even around you. So even if I
Go
say
ahead. Go ahead.
it, listen, there are two sides to every story, and it's very nice. Like people talk about, oh, passion. I was doing this for the church. I was doing this for the movement. Yeah, we've done. We've built. Listen, yeah, it's all nice. All these accolades, beautiful. But they always say that me sitting in my home and trying to analyze my life and drawing a long-term plan and a short-term plan and putting all the things I've achieved. And I'm like, if I'm still gonna go on this road, and this is just me talking for myself. It's different with everyone. Yeah. Will I be able to buy my dream car? Will I be able to buy my dream house? Will I be able to enjoy like and leave legacies for my children and everyone who's gonna come after me? And that night scared me. And that night I was playing some funny music already, so I was scared. Like it even added to the ambience. Like I was like, what? No way. So I told you the story last week on how I was in the church and I was crying. I was like, no, this is not where I want to be. Like, and you know, in Ghana, you putting up a good name doesn't. Yeah, of course, Jloopz, okay. Everybody goes home and everybody thinks of themselves, and nobody even thinks about if you are going to walk or crawl home or fly home or be in an helicopter. Nobody even cares. Nobody cares what you're going to do. But they expect you to show up prim and proper and also have a success story. But it doesn't work like that. It works with work. It works with showing forth. I should have 100,000 Ghana cedi in my account. I should have like I should also.
Sorry. Guys, hold on. Jloopz will join us soon. Let me acknowledge a few people here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mhm. So basically, I had to do that kind of thinking. It was crazy. I was like, okay, but you see, God had a plan. Like the same sacrifices I thought was just for myself. God used that sacrifice. So how did I get into real estate? Just because of a rich man somewhere who wanted to buy a Nord keyboard and was in real estate, and God used the whole Nord issue for me to meet him. And now it's like, come to my office. And I go to the office, like, what do you want to do? And another thing, during COVID, when everybody was sleeping and getting big, I was working on myself, slimming down, but I was also working on myself academically, because that's when I was putting up courses in Coursera, other places, digital marketing. So he asked me that, okay, music, now this is reality, this is an office, what else can you do? And I just said, oh, I just finished a diploma course in digital marketing. Like, oh, that is impressive. So what if I didn't work on myself too? You get it? So always constantly, I feel like everybody should also could have learned something new. Always try to update your knowledge because you don't know where you would need it. So that day I went to the man's office. He just hired me as a digital marketer in his company. I didn't know anything about real estate. I was just there. The next Monday I started work, and I go to the office. They're talking about the architect. They say I'm there. I'm lost. I'm like, what? Where am I? But listen, I'm a very determined. Listen, I will shock you. Like I was reading books. I go home. I don't sleep. I want to also contribute at morning meetings. I want to. So I didn't know that I was being better than people who were already in that field in the office who thought and were very like comfortable. So there was a day where the sales team, they were not making sales. And the man would come and complain, morning meetings, talk. And one day I went to him, I was like, okay, what if I want to try the sales? So like, yeah, myself, you're not joking. I was like, just give me 3 months. Just give me 3 months. The hell, I know this stuff. Okay. They said, okay, he'll give me the benefit of the doubt. Mark.
Yeah, I'm here.
His company, ever since they opened the company, he hasn't found anyone to do sales as I could. Like, I went home, research, how do I do using my digital marketing things? Listen, I've brought in things.
Wow.
But then, of course, you know, he wasn't paying good. I was like, okay. So one day I was just going home and I was like, no, I can set up my own company. Like looking at how the kind of knowledge I've gotten and everything. Okay, let me just think of a name. And I started praying. Now, this is the day that changed my life. Everywhere I was going, I was seeing the word victory. I can be in a Uber going to work, coming like I get to the office, something's happening, I'm watching a video, there's a victory word, something I was like, hey. So I started nursing it and boom, victory home. Listen, when I got the name, I didn't even start my company. Like I was still new, I was still in the office, still learning. And one day I went and said, hey, I think after, and don't judge me, guys, don't judge me on this. Because I left the man after 6 months.
Hey, Jloopz. I'm not judging you, but that's so fast.
Who thinks like this? And why do I have that confidence that I was going to form my real estate business? And with a 6 month knowledge, I was going to make it. Like, it doesn't make sense. But there again, the typical Jloopz on Yeshe to prove, he wants to prove a point to himself. It's not like I want to prove a point to anybody you know, to myself. Like, I'm very hardened. Like, when I feel like I need to go to the next phase, I don't care. Like, I'll go. So I took the resignation. Like, are you serious? I was like, yes. I go home, put my logo. Before I go home, I did already done my logo, everything. Now, it's just me and the world. Do your thing. We are watching you. Everybody was watching you. Listen, 6 months, Mark, one CD self, look, enter my pocket. 6 months, I was doing all my tricks, all my building my page, doing things.
Now, that time, were you still doing music actively?
Yeah, the only active music I was doing was in Trinity Baptist. I was an MD and Geometro. That was everything. So if Geometro doesn't have a gig, at least I was living on church. Oh my God. I was living on church. Yeah, like, so that was a brag, but it was a stupid brag. But But I was still very resolute. 6 months, I was like, no, there's no way I can make this happen. I was discouraged. I was like, hey, what kind of mistake have I made? Like 6 months, you just now. The day that changed my life. Oh my God.
Tell us.
I was there, I got a call from this man, like, oh, can you meet me at this property? I was like, oh, okay. So I get there, he's not there, I'm already pissed. Listen, and the more you do it with no returns, the more angry you become. The more impatient you become. Like, people can't waste your time again because people, listen, let me tell you something about Ghanaians. A Ghanaian can call you and talk big just for self-gratification, like just to appease that edge of feeling like you also called about a house or called like people can call you and you roam the whole day and the next day you call the number you called is out of like it was crazy. But I was just giving this guy a chance. So I wake up from Oyarifa, I was in Oyarifa, went all the way to East Legon. A young man, unassuming. Oh my God, that day. The house was around $300,000.
Wow.
If I look at the man and the house, there was no way this guy was going to get it out.
Deception.
Already, when I was going through doing the tour, I was getting angry because it was asking too many. I was angry. We finished the tour. We come outside. I looked at him and I'll buy the house. And I'm laughing. That terror inside me is laughing like, yeah, master, Charlie. That's all. Like, stop joking. Like, you wasting my time. They said, so meet me at East Legon where all the banks are tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And so that I buy the house. The next day, trust me, I forgot about 3 hours. Sleeping, I don't know, maybe I was in my home studio doing something. 10 o'clock on the dot, I get this call from this guy.
Wow.
I'm at whatever bank. Where are you? And I'm like, you are where? He says, Mark, you remember that scenario when I got to the bank job? Listen, I think I didn't remember after that day. Please! And I think I didn't even have a car. So Uber, like that day, I'd never stressed an Uber like to drive like an ambulance. Like just get to that bank. I get there, the guy is there with money.
Wow.
Call the guy. So I called the house owner, send the account. Listen, the guy left me for like 2-3 hours. I was in the bank helping the teller to count over $300,000.
Wow.
Now, for people not, I won't even tell you how much I made, but
People will start marking you.
listen, but that was the beginning of beautiful things to come.
Wow.
So that really opened the door. I got an office, you know, my office at Medina Estate. I got an office and even got another office behind.
The thing be blog.
I got my car. I bought some land. Like it was crazy. Like I was like, okay, let's start. Okay, let's start. Let's do it. And that's the door that opened for me. But yes, still of course I was doing my music thing. But even with the real estate thing, why was I excited about real estate? It was that because I saw how we needed money to push kingdom business, like how talented people, and my life has always been to help the next generation. Everything you see me do is to impact, to leave something. I don't get anything in return, trust me. When I started with Mashup with Dave Jloopz, it was just Casey, may he so rest in perfect peace. He comes to my house and we are doing songs and we put on Facebook and it goes viral. And I'm like, oh, DJ Live started. Sally Keys came to my house. We went live and boom. I was like, let's take it to the next level. Like, why? Because Mashup with Dave Jloopz was to bring upcoming artists. DJ Live was to bridge the gap between the audience and the already manufactured artist, someone they idolize. So that was the two things. Overflow was just a combination of people from different origins, different churches, who had similar gift structures, who I felt could come together to just bless the lives of people. Everything was me pumping money into it. So I know what goes into doing an event for overflow, and the next after the event, I'm bankrupt.
Wow. So all
There's
this
no
was you financing
Yes, of course.
other events you
But of course, the members too would go fine, but definitely it was this. We are talking about thousands of CDs, like light, sound, everything. I'll claim my account for it. What do I get? But I was still doing it every year. I was still helping people out. So I feel like there's everybody in here. In as much as we all want money, there are some things that you need to do free will to help the community, and that's what God. That's the offering. That's what God looks at. There's that one artist you should even play for and not even take anything out of just the love to serve. There's that one thing you have to do for the community that is just like free of charge. You give it back to the community, because I feel like anytime I did an overflow, and that's where they didn't know. Anytime I went bankrupt after an overflow concert, months after, God just blows my mind.
Amen.
So it was like me putting in something and me feeling that there was nothing, but God seeing the worth of what I put in, bless me later on. So that's one free trick. Just do it. You will see. Like, so everywhere I go, I try to put something. Anyway, that's just for another day. So yeah, basically that's where it started for me. I started making sales, a lot of sales now. I started building my own stuff. I started buying land. And Victory Homes evolved into not just being a real estate agency, but being a developer. Yeah, so I built for people. Somebody who just had to learn this for 6 months was now like, agents that have been doing business for years could come to my office and be like, who are you? Because everywhere we go, they say, some Victory Home guys have come to sell some. Who are you? What are you? People even, I heard people said, I've gone somewhere to make things to, listen, people who preach favor, okay, and feel like we are Christians and we are supposed to be favored. If you see your brother doing well, why would you think that I've gone to a Juju man at Medina to help me be recorded? They couldn't understand why. Yes, I was buying cars and things, but that's favor. Like that's what God. That's the grace upon. Like these are some of the testimonies I say. Like I look back, I'm like, wow, this was beautiful. So yeah, basically. That's,
Okay, Jloopz, please hold on for a minute. Let me acknowledge a few people here. I can
Please
see Mom Sewa, user 260. You're welcome, Mr. San. Apenyo, Spawn Keys, Kweku Kwame, Gabriel Isaac, Kofi Money. I can see Abby Pettengill. Hi, Abby Pettengill. Thanks for joining. Edu Bex. Wow. Jason is here. Wisdom. Mau Doji. Dia Kwabna. Thank you all for joining. I'm so grateful for you all.
guys, we are talking and nobody's giving us gifts.
I think there's one question here. Mr. Sun is asking.
Mark, tell them to tap your screen. Tell them to tap your screen.
Tap the screen, guys. Tap, guys. It's very important, and please share the link for anybody listening to us. I think there's a question here from Mr. Sun. Please, any guidelines or education for persons who are aspirants of real estate business?
Hey.
I hope you heard the question.
Yeah, I mean, I won't lie. Real estate is the one of the biggest things in the world right now. I'm even here in America trying to figure my way out, but it's still doing real well. And but the beautiful thing about it is that it takes some number of years to be mentored. It looks very easy from the outside, like, oh, okay, let me just go in, walk around, private houses, put it on social media, someone will buy. No. Listen, the customers ask questions and they know it when you're intelligent. They know it when you know what you're about. Okay. So you have to, right now, I feel the best thing you have to do is to read on every facet of real estate investment, and anything you can find on real estate. Go on YouTube, read, research, go on to, because it's not just putting buildings on, no. Listen, if you are not knowledgeable, trust me, the clients have evolved into, they are intelligent. There are people with money who have read and researched. Nobody will put money, those big monies, into places they don't trust. And trust comes with you knowing what you're talking about and knowing how to help them and having a track record of being with people who have also, like, it's a combination of everything. So listen, if you rush, listen, some of us, and we are, I won't brag, but sometimes I'm like, something that would have killed somebody is still keeping some of us, like, by God's grace. So don't think that because I did 6 months and I rushed. No, I didn't even rush into it. Like, during the 6 months, I wasn't sleeping. I was really researching like crazy. Like, it was my next go-to project, and I needed to make that thing. So right now, don't rush. Research, read all you can, watch everything you can, and if you have any questions, hit me up as well. I'll be ready to help as well.
Guys, follow him. Follow him. He's very good on it. I want to ask about, this financing with musicians. What's your advice?
On what?
Who is struggling with his finance, managing money management, like as a musician, even though you're into the other side of what's the name, real estate and all.
I think before I even came here, like, actually put down, I think we'll do this another time, because I put down a lot of ways where for financial growth as a musician, and I think I wrote something. One of the pillars of musicians' financial growth. I think I wrote something about it. Oh my God, I wrote a lot. So I was going to talk a lot. Sorry for.
You can show a few.
Sorry for oversleeping, but I feel like you need to so the question is a struggling musician, right? Who is struggling with
manage your finances?
Yeah. So for me, I feel like you have to call hot. Like, the first thing for me is when I see things are not going on well with me, I just call for a retreat. Okay. Listen, we're in a very noisy world where a lot of opinions, a lot of people who advise you, they'll advise you based on their experiences. And I feel like God has given everybody a different path to also give what you get what I'm saying. So listen, this is a time where you have to retreat and wrestle with your own angel. Ask God, what is this really what you want me to do? And this sounds some way like they lose. Listen, I want to make the money right now, and I want, what is all this? But listen, this has worked for me, and if you try, it will work for you. Listen, retreat, completely disappear. There are moments in my life people are looking for Jloopz over me, because I'm somewhere trying to figure the next step. Because listen, I can't live in people's shadows and believing in people when God has a clear plan for me. No, I won't do that. So I need to retreat and hear from my source as me, Jloopz, against God. Is this what you really want me to do? Versus, yeah. So I asked a lot of questions, and I just pray my anxieties, my anger out. And I always come back refreshed with God. Listen, when God really wants you to do something, He gives you that ease. There's this ease that comes with it. And the instruction is clear. Like, He tells you who to go to. He tells you what to do. He tells you, when Jesus came to meet the disciples suffering, He just told them, cast the net here. And I'm sure they are listen, there were fishermen with degrees and MBAs, but he just showed them boom. And that the Bible said that their net even broke, like it was breaking out of the quantity of fish. So I just feel like that's a shortcut for a Christian who is in God's plan. Listen, God will just show you something. For all you know, you've been doing it the wrong way, or He wants you to also do something else that will complement what you are doing as a musician. So for that, go back to your source, learn more about financial independence and financial growth as a research more. Save, 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 save. For people leave hand to mouth in this country, like, because the money you make, I mean, let me use myself as an example. So I'm very happy that after a big gig, I get something like 2,000. Yeah, I brag. But what I forget is my petrol, or for all the rehearsals before the main gig, would even be more than the 2,000. I'm on a surplus of like, so I've rather added my money. I've contributed for the gig. There's an excess where I have put in. So I think we are just excited about the final figure and forget that it takes a lot. Do create a proper balance sheet. I always have one here. Your inflows against your expenditure. And yeah, start from there. And you see how critical it is. And that thing is going to propel you to move. That's what helped me to move, because it got me angry. I was like, is this how I'm going to live my life for the rest of my life? You get it? Yeah. So I have to change my life. Call on God. Listen, this is why you created me. To also end up for people to, God forbid, no. So God, give me a plan. Give me a plan. This is what I want me to do. So give me confirmation. Like, that's where it works. Because I've highlighted everything and I knew I was going, if I still do this for the next 5 years, Mark. I was going down. So yeah, basically. And you also have to know that this talent you have is time-based. Okay. The more you grow, an average human beings want to always experience something new. You won't be Jloopz forever. You won't be Mark forever. Even though you'll be experienced, people will come to you for knowledge and things. But Ghanaians, we don't even understand the word legendary. We don't even understand, because we don't even appreciate it. Listen, we have legends who have been forsaken. Like, nobody even thinks of them. They remember them once in a while. No, nobody would come through for you. So don't be like, hey, I'll be a legend. Listen, the legendary will not bring you anything. Okay, let's sleep away. So you have to think that in 5 years, when there's another Jloopz and I'm not relevant, what will I have? Like that? Listen, these are scary things. Like, think about this. You are watching me right now. Just think, in 10 years, 5 years, when you're not doing, what can you brag that you can live on? What can you, listen, it's scary. So it's time-based. Enjoy it whilst it lasts, but try to also compensate. Listen, you don't know, even if you save 10 CDs every week, it should just be consistent. Like, just put something down for the rainy days. When it comes, you will not be caught surprised. Listen, if nothing woke us up, COVID period really woke a lot of us up to know that there was no get COVID. COVID was, I'm sure God just brought COVID to remind some of us that it wasn't like how we thought the world was. Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, basically. I see a question. Can Jloopz say at the point in his life he was very pompous because of fame?
Yes. What did he say to you?
What is fame? Fame. Um, I feel like a young guy who was probably listen, yeah, definitely all over the place.
Middle
Sometimes,
class.
yeah, sometimes you think you're a little bit powerful, and you without you, someone's life can work. Yeah, I mean, it's when you are when you are in that era and you are idle and you are living in your past experiences and you don't have anything to do. That's when the enemy can slip in those thoughts. But when you are very serious and you don't have time, listen, there was no time. I wish God would add other days, those days. Like 7 days wasn't enough for us. Like
Wow.
we were always doing something. You won't meet me, be in my room watching movies. Listen, it's now that I'm here and they're like, oh, we have Netflix and I have time to. I'm like, hey, I didn't have those times. That's what flicks.
Wow.
Listen, so the time, so I'm sure you would think I'm pompous because of my confidence and how I was very excited about how I do things and how I'll be very strict about how yes, I was tutored by somebody called Dave Jloopz, who you can't come for rehearsal without learning your songs. You can't come for rehearsal and just fool about. You know Debbie. So I
Yeah.
left. There was no way you'd be under my tutelage or you'd be in my. Now I think I'm very old, so I'm softening up a little bit. But people who knew me then knew that it was all about work. When it's time for work, no way. So work is over. So if that would, if that vein showed me being pompous, then it wasn't. It was just the love for the job and us putting everything to make sure it works. So I don't think. By the way, cases where you feel some way when you see yourself on TV, you see yourself on YouTube,
Star
uh,
boy.
your production being played or you're on stage and National Theatre, the curtain is going up and the curtain comes and you see people like, yeah, today is today. Then yeah, your daily self comes. Yeah, but they are all part of the game. Yeah. So for me, I never struggled with. I was rather the person who would want to go behind the scenes and lead behind the scenes. At the point, people didn't even know I created Overflow
Wow.
because I would take all the pictures. I'll be in the pictures. I'll be in the videos. Like,
Yes, you
yeah,
always want the tickets. Why?
yeah. No, I want people to shine. I always want to lead from behind. So I never had that. If it was somebody, Jloopz and Overflow presents. I'm not saying that's wrong. I mean, yeah, I had all the tendencies to do because I was also a brand, but I put down everything to serve the young people in Overflow. Yeah.
Wow.
David better.
Hi, David.
David better.
That's serious.
David better. Oh my God, girl. You
Guys,
see, this interview is going to translate into because some few minutes from now you're going to see me in an Uber going somewhere. Don't worry.
don't worry.
After the interview.
Don't worry. We are up for it.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you have any question, please put it in here, or we'll have to let people also join. You can invite yourself in and speak to us. If you have anything to say, you are all invited. How am I going to do this? Okay, let's see if I can invite a whole lot of people. Okay, guys, I've opened it. You all can join. Just
Join.
you all can join. Join in.
David better join.
Say something. Spawn.
Where's
I
the
see
thing?
you here. Spawn is also into trading. He does a lot of trading.
Hey guys, I have a single coming out. It's called Rainy Days. Yes, it's coming out.
That's been with you for long. You should
know,
have done it for long.
Yes.
You used to do this piano thing.
I featured Person Girl, so
Every done used to do this piano thing, and we'll be waiting for you to do another one. There's no been coming.
Listen. Now I'm in a phase where I start something I don't even remember I started, like, and I just forget. So I'm not really taking. Listen, I felt like I was in. If I was still in Ghana by now, I'd have stopped music like permanently.
Hey,
But God was like, no, let me change the location so that it gets to a place where it starts life over again. And so I've started music all over again, but I was going to stop music, trust me, because, like the motivation wasn't there anymore.
so how do
You want to?
you need motivating from us? We can just motivate you to do it.
Oh, right now, yeah, I'm old. There's a gray hair here, guys. Let me see.
Oh,
I've left it for the B sharp. They would motivate us.
So you are not there yet.
No.
We
Oh,
just-
I'm almost 40. You know, I'm almost 40. You
I
know,
know,
I've been 40 for a few months. Oh my God. Yeah. So I wrote some things. I wrote some things about the musician's financial growth. Let me just do it fast. So, the foundation shift is you are the business. Your music is your product. Your brand is your story. Your fans are your customers. Okay, let me say it again. So basically, you are the business. You start seeing yourself as a business. Why? Because your music is your product. Your brand is your story. Okay. And your fans are your customers. Okay. So how come you went? Okay, fine.
You are our guest. So
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, so there's the diverse relationship when it comes to music. So no successful business has one customer. Okay, that is just a streaming platform. Then you concentrate there. No, you need multiple revenues of multiple places to, and this is just the foundation. I'm just giving the foundation. Okay, and value your work. Stop saying that exposure is payment. Your time, skill, and act are tangible value. So charge for it. That's the mistake some of us make. Well, now I feel it's a mistake because I'm like business focused now. They're like, hey, who are these? Yeah, so so exposure. Stop saying exposure is payment. Hey, I want people to know me. No. That stop lying to yourself. Your time, your skill, and your act are what have that's value to you. So charge for it, guys. Charge. And the pillar 2. So I created a pillar. So multiple streams of income, the income orchestra. So I put them together. So stream 1 is active income. So things you trade with your time, money you trade with your time. That is performance, gig, tour, like anything. Then the second one is teaching, lessons, workshop, master classes. Okay. The third one I wrote was session work, playing for other people's recordings, and also commission work, like writing music for people who have the gift to write music. I don't even know why they're not making it. Yes, passive and semi-passive income. Okay, like music licensing, digital products, selling things, merchandise, YouTube ad revenue. Okay, so stream 3 is that's the long-term value. You're building equity. I wish I had time to explain all these things. Like, but it's your catalog. Now, people are selling their catalog. I've heard. Yeah, that is.
Are the gospel people also selling their catalog?
Please. I don't have any. Okay, so your recorded music and songwriting copyright are assets that generate you income.
But can you really touch on this catalog thing? What does it mean to sell your catalog?
I mean, these are what you've done within like a stipulated number of years, or even your whole life, where you are like, okay, I am giving sovereignty to an entity to take over the sales, the production, like every every income that comes with those with those streams. Yeah. So I'm giving them sovereignty, like just take it for a period of years, like you've leased it. Okay. So yeah, and they give you a bulky figure to represent the number of years they want to, yes, they want to lease it for. So you can't make anything out of them during that period till the lease is over. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Everything
that's
goes to them.
yeah, that's really. But the good thing is definitely you get it back after some number of years, so you don't completely lose it. Okay, so the long term, your catalog, your brand is a strong, authentic representation of you that allows you to launch successful product and experiences. And another thing I wanted to talk about is your email list. Well, I feel like Ghana, we never really took advantage of that. But here, everybody is like email, like this. Your database of emails is your power, like because everybody's checking your emails. Yeah, so it's gold here. So you own the list. Social media will come and go, but your email list is your direct line to your most loyal fans. Okay, so there's a whole topic on email marketing. Okay, that you can use. The business mechanics is track everything. Use a spreadsheet or a simple app. Know exactly what comes in and goes out after every stream or everything you do. Okay. Now, this is where we get it wrong. Get it wrong. Okay. Pay yourself a salary. Okay. Spend gig money as it comes. Create a monthly budget and pay yourself from your music income to cover personal expenses. It creates discipline. Okay, so that was something I also did. And reinvest into the business. A percentage of your income should go into the business, like better gear, buying, like what Mark did. He was making money out of it, so he's put a studio. You can go into everything. Yeah. So this is an investment. Marketing, music videos. People don't know music videos are investments, and website upgrades. Now also have an emergency fund. Listen, anything can happen. You can be there one day and your speaker blows or your microphone, and there's a client coming in 5-10 minutes. What are you going to do? You're going to say, sir, my speaker blew, you'll fix tomorrow. No, you should have something that you can repair ASAP. So if the gig gets cancelled, or the broken guitar, or anything, lives happen, okay? A safety net prevents a crisis from derailing your entire career. So does it make sense? Patrick Cotton is here? Or someone just named him?
Ashok.
Okay, so
that would be nice.
Yeah, so guys, give me a minute.
All right. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the session. I'm not seeing the questions, so Mama Sewa, Global, Joe, Keys, already do. Guys, don't just soak this. Ask the questions you want to ask. Invite yourself in, a very cool person. Just come on, say something. Let's hear what you are facing in your career as a person. Don't just listen. Talk to us. No questions. Hey guys, are you sure? No backdoor. No backdoor questioning.
But some people came on. Why did they leave?
Yeah, they are still here though, but they're not asking. They're just soaking the thing.
So I mean, they came on the live.
Yeah, I'm surprised they left. Maybe they are shy.
Hey, shy of who?
Somebody says they need a teaser of your single.
Oh, that one there. I have to ask
a teaser for now.
I have to ask my managers.
They can't give you. Somebody's asking, do you play other instruments? Oh yes, I'm sure he does. A lot of instruments. Because how can you go to a...
I went to a music school, guys.
Yeah, you can't play more than one instrument.
I played that in Tempeng.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay,
But
so
you never
guys,
performed with it.
no, I'll perform on my album.
Wow. Jason
Guys,
is here. Hello, Jason.
this is
Join the
Jason.
group.
Please come on, come on, come on. This is the life of a musician. I have an interview and still have a rehearsal I have to rush to.
Yeah, I know, right?
You didn't ask me. Okay, it's fine.
Oh,
Jason is here. Is that the accent?
Enuanum ne adofo. Enuanum ne adofo.
Everybody's on the road. Wow.
Enuanum ne adofo, Charlie. No.
Jloopz, you're saying something. Daddy asked you something.
What?
You were saying that
I heard
something.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm coming. Let me just rush out.
All
Mark,
right. Yes, please.
I'll be leaving in just 2 minutes.
Yes. Give us something.
I have base camp.
Wow.
Oh no. I was blessed by the presentation. I joined at certain point. I heard the PL crew and the overflow story, and I love that bit because I know about it a lot. So I love that bit.
The beef point.
This one there be Tolo. Serious Tolo beef, Charlie.
Okay. I hope you don't mind. I'm on an interview, so I'll be talking about it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's me.
So, Mark, I'll leave you now.
All right. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jloopz. We'll go vibe. Yeah,
I have to much go about the beef between you and
you have to what?
I know about the beef. From
yeah, Jason knows about
to overflow. Did you say did you talk about the meaning of the PL, the real meaning?
Pride level.
Hey.
Okay, good. That's it. It's not praise Levites. I don't know who brought praise Levites.
It was just a trick. Today would expose everybody.
Why
Anyway.
pride level?
It was pride level. So if you play something nice and they'll say like PL, your pride level is high.
It's high.
That's your hip.
This is news. This is news. Somebody says I'm not surprised. Danny Blue. but
you see, guys.
Anyway, so
how did you get your name, Jloopz?
Okay, so it was Joshua Drama, Jay Mira.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after Evolution 3, like how I had the fastest computer in Impact Project. So I was doing the loops. So before I do it, before I play,
you had what?
I had the fastest computer, laptop. So and that was when the loops had come fresh. Like this loop thing, people like. Let's say it has a story, it has a history to it. Those times we played Manpower, so some of us had laptops. Those times to get a laptop to even play a loop, which software are you going to use? Like what were you going to use? So if you had it, you'll be very privileged. So I had it, and before I play, like I'll be doing myself some way. Like then it'll be like, oh loops, play the loops. Then Jesmira. From no way added J. That was it. If you ask me the meaning of J, I don't know.
Just add Jesus to it. That's all, and you're gone.
Okay, so Jesus loops.
Yeah.
And now listen, the day I had a shocker in my life was when my mom called me Jloopz. That's when I knew.
Rich.
Adabraka.
That's when I knew I'd made it. For my mom to call me Jloopz is crazy.
Oh my God. All right, Charlie, guys. We'll catch up another time. God bless you. It was nice coming up.
Thank you so much for joining, Jason. Thank you so much for joining. Wow. That's big news to know that PL is pride. So if you are Jake Kitchen, say, hey, PL. Wow. We have Livingston on. Hi, Livingston. Will you want to ask any question?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I think I was waiting. Okay, Jloopz, I want to ask you this. What would be that one lesson you wish you had learned earlier in your career? Hope you can hear me.
One lesson I wish I were the line car.
You would have learned it earlier in your career, whether in the music side, in the real estate, other businesses and all.
Okay, so one thing is value yourself, respect yourself, and people will respect you. So I feel like the beginning part of our ministries, we compromise on a lot of values. Okay, and that was, we have that part of it, like, hey, you just came in, so no, it's still follow the values of somebody who has been in it for years. Like, because listen, I just feel like for me, I let go of my talent. Like, I gave it free of charge, and I didn't probably think about the future then. Like, I was so excited about what we were gonna do, and I didn't value. So wow, something is yeah. So know yourself, know who God wants you to be, and value yourself, and people will value you. That's
what are the things you compromised on?
I compromised on yeah, Lord. Oh God, I compromised on a lot of relationships. I compromised on issues about money. Like, when you say money, oh, Jloopz, how much you? Oh, Charlie. Don't worry. I compromised on thinking, like, basically money issues. Like, I felt like if you are the cheapest, a lot of people will come to you, versus if you're
Sorry, we can't hear you. Can you hear us, Jloopz? Hello? We can't hear you. Can you hear us? Hi, Jloopz. Hello?
yeah. I just had a
Hearing
call.
you at the point. Okay, sure.
Yeah. I compromised on money. Like, money, I felt like I was Mr. Goody Goody. Like, people like me if I don't charge. People like me if I do things. But listen, and I watch, and the fact is, after, you don't see it then, but after some years, you realize that some of the people you even did favors for will not even remember some of your favors. And will not even acknowledge you for some of your favors. So, but of course, we are doing this for God, but of course, God will expect you to be wise. Jesus had a treasurer. So I say, but Jesus, he can get whatever he wants. No, he also be meticulous about his business. You get it? So let's not spiritualize everything and try to. I've seen a lot of people spiritualize things, but after some years, you realize that the same God you are trying to spiritualize, bring it to, doesn't know anything about what you are spiritualizing. Because he also expects you to have wisdom to move on. So take it up seriously. Don't compromise on oh, I can cut corners. You can cut corners anywhere, but music is one of the most difficult things to cut corners on. If you don't learn, it will show. If you don't practice, it will show. It's so dynamic that you can't cut corners when it comes to music. If you are good, if you are on top of your game, it shows. Your vocabulary shows it. You get it. So basically,
is it a thing about people in the gospel space? I feel that anytime money comes in, it's very hard to talk about it. It's like it's so hard for people in the gospel space to talk about money. But let's say somebody in the secular space, the first thing is about the money.
Yeah, because of the orientation that we are doing this for God, and it's the fact that, like, so when you're doing it, do it and God will take care of you. Yeah, I believe that as well. But I also believe that a lot has gone into my development, a lot has gone into acquiring assets for me to be at that level that you want me to. Do you want to involve me into your production? So I feel like whilst we all try to talk about, we should all meet at a middle point where we also agree that even though it's God we are doing for, there's a lot of things I've also put in it. So you're not, listen, if I say I wanted to be paid musically based on the level of ideologies I bring on the table or the level of quality I bring, nobody can pay us. It's not like, it's crazy. Ghana is not there yet to brag that we can pay. I wonder which musician can brag that is being paid consistently in succession, adequately, properly. When I say properly, you understand. But when you compare, funny enough, I'm at this side of the world where I see value for money, people being given what they value, songwriters, musicians. Let's say here, to have a musician, people brag about their musicians per their production. People use their musicians to sell their productions because musicians are a big deal here. You get it? So I just feel like we are not paid what, but at the end of the day, we all need to come to a conclusion that it's a give and take. Like, even though I'm doing this work, I'm not charging you how I should have, but at the end of the day, you also have to acknowledge that I am giving this value, and it comes from a place of me also going through pain to get it to you. So it's a give and take. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be talking about royalties when it comes to you as a person. Like, you've been into this business.
Mark, you don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Let me take it from this point. As a gospel musician, like,
okay.
Have you ever been paid any royalty? Like, for me, like this. Let me use me as an example. I joined something like PRS, UK and all those things. So let's say if I work on the song, I know that quarterly or something, there's something going to come from that song. I know what's been into it. So as a gospel, like a musician, or you work with a lot of artists, songs you've worked on, do you get any form of royalties? Do you get any form of like something you get every month, or let's say in a year, something you benefit from as a royalty from all the songs you've worked on?
Yes, sir.
Do you get anything like that? Okay.
No.
I think you didn't get my question.
No, let me. I know the question you asked. Let me say an outright no, and that is one of the regrets.
Why?
A young man, just because of that issue of, I just want to do it for whatever. So there's a relationship between you and the artist. There's probably, you feel like, and listen, I'm telling any musician here, right? I'm not saying this for you to be pompous. I'm saying it to give you the grace. Nobody is bigger than the musician. In terms of, listen, what you bring on the table is crazy. that idea, that invisible idea in your head that you put into reality and translate into reality. Don't let no musician nowhere bully you and be like, you need me to know. That's what I'm saying, that if we follow the fundamentals, and I didn't know all these fundamentals of branding and all these things. So at the end of the day, it was just, you magnify the artist and forget that you're also an artist in your own stead. Okay, so you need to work on yourself and work on it, but don't let any artist bully you into thinking that without them, you can't make it. Show them. That's why I'm very happy when I see you guys do things and you guys are doing things without the effects of any artist. You can live without an artist. I see Spunky's doing his thing. I see, and it's nice. Like, the reality has opened. But our time, if the artist doesn't bring a gig, we are just there waiting. There was nothing to do. But now we can work without the artists. Don't let an artist bully you in thinking that they are on top. And no, we are all partners in producing what we want to produce. So
I think one of the things is that dedication is not out there for a lot of this. Let's say our musicians. I won't say gospel or secular music, but dedication is not there for what they are really entitled to, working on a song or all these things. And you can still get it for all the years you've played music or all the records you've played. As at now, you can still access it, no matter the years. So I think you have to take it up and get on the coins.
Now, I have
it's money sitting somewhere.
I have purged the Ghana part of me. I don't remember I was Jloopz. I don't remember I played for any musician. I don't remember. I've started doing things correctly. I've started my life all over again. So I don't even remember Pettingill. I don't even know who he looks like.
He's here. He's looking at you. He said you should spit fire into the game.
I don't remember. I've forgiven my stupidities as a young musician. And I've forgiven myself for some of the decisions.
I wish I would invite Pettingill here. But there's one other thing that has been in the system for a while about you are in a different continent now. I don't know for that side of the world. But over here, it's a big deal when somebody works in the church and wants to be paid, especially musicians. I don't know what point you take it from. No, don't take it out from that point. You are in a different world.
No. I mean, yeah.
So I want to hear your views on it.
So, guys, my statement is being based on me being at this side of the world, not in Ghana.
Exactly.
So don't judge me. So don't judge me. So me being at this part of the world is a big deal. No, listen, sometimes I'm like kids, 15, 16, 17 years, and the way they demand that respect in terms of remuneration is crazy. The demand is crazy, Mark. You can't bully any kid here. They've been taught that they're giving you value and they need to be acknowledged as such. Whether you are his friend, you just went out, you had dinner together. No, when it's time for work, delivery, church, wherever. And so the churches, so it's part of the community. It's been embedded into the whole concept of give and take. So the churches too can't take it for granted. And in fact, one cultural shock, here is the fact that musicians are not in abundance. So when you have God protect,
you protect what you have.
Because if you lose that keyboard you have, unless you, the pastor, will come and play the keyboard, because or you train some youth to come and watch YouTube videos and come and play 1, 4, 5 chords every Sunday, nobody will show up. And because the climate is like saturated with information and everybody knows somebody. So if you treat a musician wrong, there's no way they'll come to your church. Nobody will be recommended to come to your church.
Wow.
So everybody wants to keep their side of the bargain. Everybody, they call. The first thing is, so I came here, I was like, oh, let me try my Ghana things here. Someone called me the first time. Dave Jloopz, Charlie, I say you come here, your feet do some gift for me. How much do they charge? I said, oh, how much you will give me? The guy said, hey, 1 Ghana, what's your selling free? Like, I felt he was insulting me, but then he told me something that, hey, if you come to behave like this, nobody, that's the culture here. So I believe that, like I said, give and take. I also need to grow. I also have a family. I also have gadgets. I also want to be the better version of myself. So, Pastor, how do we go about it? So say, listen, don't treat your pastor like he's go to him, have a conversation. Like, okay, I feel like this in my life. How do you make me better whilst I also make your church better?
Wow.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like if you go with this kind of tone and you go with this kind of you trying to figure your life out, it's every human being would appreciate that, oh, this guy knows where he's going. The only cases where you don't take it is when what comes back doesn't make sense. If after saying all this thing, you tell me that, oh, God will bless you. Mark, I won't come back to that church again. Listen, I won't come. And you know me, I have been one of the few people who have jammed churches in the past. Like, I've been very no nonsense in my value, like when it comes. But just that I just did that out of anger, but not like who I was. I didn't have a proper discussion, communication. I just did like, hey, if you don't do it, I'm leaving. And sometimes don't bang the doors because you don't know where you meet them, but still be stern on your value and what you want them to do for you. Yeah, be very stern, because the mindset here is different, and I wish we could incorporate it. And I'm happy our artists, and the funny thing, the artists, and they know these things, but they don't tell us because they know when we get, we'll use it against them, but this is what they go through as well. So yeah, basically.
But I want to ask you just two questions. The first one is about this artificial intelligence, this AI thing, taking over and all. In some years to come, what do you think about what musicians will be facing when it comes to this whole thing coming into the system? Are we going to be in church one day and they'll be like, we are not playing, you guys can't play anymore, and we have a new system, so stay at home? What's your thoughts on this?
Okay, so when I was in the bank, I was always, everywhere I find myself, I want to find out that technology-wise, in some few years, how is it going to look like? So even in the bank, there was a projection that in some few years, the tellering part of the work will be automated. And it's happening here. Like, you don't even meet, like, your ATM can get you cash, you can deposit cash. So music is also going to evolve. I've seen apps where you just have to write lyrics and it creates a whole lot of, and definitely it's becoming scary. And that is why I was saying that it should be even scary for a musician. People are trying to rubbish the fact that, but listen, if your consumer can have an app like this and create his own music, why would I need your music? Think of how dangerous it's becoming.
Wow.
Just think of how dangerous it's becoming. So if you're a musician and you are not learning and upgrading yourself, with time you'll be outmoded. Nobody would want to use you. and that's a very scary. Like musicians should be scared because it's not a joke. The things, the apps being released into the world right now, it's clearly there's going to be a part where now there are templates for mix mastering, templates for everything, entirely everything.
Yeah. And that's so nice. Like you just need to put in a reference song and you are there. Like you are just gone.
So the question is, how are you going to bluff me now, saying that? So that is the question you should be asking yourself. How do I bluff? So what do I do to still be relevant in even this time of AI and still bluff that I am still the go-to person to come to? That's the discussion we should be having right now.
I think this is serious. I think we have to take it up someday and really think about it.
Yeah, that's the discussion we should be having. Because where do we go? The topic is, as musicians in this age of AI, where do we go from here? They'll be taking a turn on the left soon. Yeah.
That's serious.
Yeah.
I think I'll put
right here
across on any page and see what people have to say. But it's been a good time talking to you.
Yeah.
We didn't start early, but at least.
Yeah. Guys, listen.
I'm sure we've learned a lot.
It's very early here. It's 8:38. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry.
Here it's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry. It's been a blessing for you to share a bit of your life with us and everything.
Thank you.
Thanks
for being part of my interview.
but
so yeah, can you imagine? I did come to Lagos. Yeah, it's not my church though, but this is my church.
Before you go, just
how are you doing?
Your last words.
What is your practice? Okay, I'll be with you. Okay, my last words. Hey, show me the hat. I'm not gonna get some. My last word is: don't think you are going to be relevant forever. Of the next step. Always think before people think. Always try to learn, develop yourself, ask questions, pray. Talk to yourself. Always have a conversation. Criticize yourself. Go hard on yourself. Listen, do all those things because it's not going to be easy. It's now going to be very difficult. The way music is going right now, if you don't criticize yourself, you'll be out. So please do it. God bless you, guys. I love you all, and we'll do this another time. Sorry for my ups and downs. Yeah. My people are waiting for me, so I'll talk to you guys. Okay. God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you too.
Guys, it's been a good one talking to Jloopz, and he has to go. So thank you. So I'm sure we'll have him again one of these days, and we'll have a very long session and make sure we scoop everything out of him. But I'm so grateful for you all joining. I can see a whole lot of people still here. I'm so grateful. I can see my Mr. Hi Merrick, hi Global, Charles. It's been good seeing you all my life. Thank you so much. I can see Bako, I can see Ayele, hi. Labi, Pebi, thanks for joining. I hope this was a blessing to somebody. Thank you all so much. And we'll do this again next 2 weeks. Yeah. My name is Hamlet. Yeah, that's what everybody knows me as. So thank you all for joining. I'm so grateful. And we'll come back again next 2 weeks with another guest. So just be wondering who this is. This is just to share a lot of light on how you can live your life as a musician and the available stuffs you can do even though you're a musician. So always join share, and don't forget to tap anytime I come here. Thank you all so much. I'm so grateful. See you guys some other time when I come here again. Alright guys. Bye guys. Bye.